The Grinkle Beck Culvert is on land owned by ICL at their Boulby potash mine in the northeast. The culvert was built in the early 20th century. It takes local groundwater to the sea and is habitat to fish, in particular salmon, which travel upstream during the spawning season. ICL's environmental policy is to ensure the culvert is maintained and operational. Due to the age of the culvert, certain areas are prone to collapse. SES were first contracted by ICL to repair the culvert back in 2012. The best solution for this repair was to install a new galvanised steel liner to the 15-metre collapse section. This was back-grouted for structural integrity. This repair has proven to be successful. In 2014, a much longer part of the culvert, separate from our 2012 repairs, was found to have collapsed. On the strength of our previous work, SES were contracted to repair this new section. This required a different approach. Before work commenced, we surveyed the site both underground and on the surface. This gave the dimensions for our new repairs, which was between the 2012 underground repair works to what is known as Bob's Hole, some 65 metres upstream. This required an excavation of 100 metres in length, 50 metres wide and 18 metres deep. Our continued environmental responsibility is a major part of our philosophy. We recognise that this is essential for the ecology as well as our long-term success. Working closely with the Environment Agency, we checked the site for slowworms and other ground wildlife, and then we carefully removed the top 300 millimetres of grass and topsoil from the excavation area. Safety to our employees and to the public is our #1 priority. Before work commenced, we erected a safety barrier around the site to ensure safety to the public. A 12-inch overland pumping system was set up to divert the river 250 metres from the upstream entrance to the downstream end of the culvert, creating a dry environment for our men to work safely. The main excavation was carried out using a step dig method to ensure safety throughout. 60,000 tonnes of material was excavated to expose and completely remove the old part of the culvert that we were replacing. It became apparent after excavation that steel girders, silt and trees had been washed downstream. These were blocking the natural flow of water within the culvert. This all had to be removed using a variety of machines and manpower. Once our excavation had reached the bedrock, a new reinforced concrete plinth was installed, 400 mm thick and 65 metres in length. This was to support the 2.5 metre diameter 10-ton sectional pipework being installed. A 50-ton crane and a 35-ton excavator were used to offload and install the 10-ton pipe sections. When all of the pipe sections had been carefully placed, the full length was surrounded using reinforcement bar, then a 400 mm thick concrete shroud was installed to encase the pipeline. All in all, 28 tons of reinforcement and 296 cubic meters of concrete were used. The excavation was backfilled using the 60,000 tons of material that had previously been excavated. The area was then landscaped and reseeded to the satisfaction of the environmental inspection team and ICL. SES continued to underline the remaining 85 metres of culvert with a galvanised steel lining and grouting to the back of the lining. We removed 150 cubic metres of debris from the floor of the culvert to allow the galvanised steel liner to be constructed. This was completed using a 1.5-ton excavator and a 3-ton track dumper. All 991 sections of steel liner were transported individually and constructed within the culvert, bolting and sealing all joints before grouting. Under stringent environmental control, the grout was mixed on site, then pumped up the culvert and pressure injected to the rear of the steel liner. A total of 7,500 bags of grout were used to achieve a 100% fill between the steel liner and the culvert wall. Following on from this work, ICL requested a solution to clean out the upstream section of the culvert, working down to the precast concrete pipes we had installed some 250 metres away. Given the location of this work, a number of plant items had to be used, including a 35-ton and a 9-ton excavator, plus various tracked and wheeled dumpers, all working in tandem to remove the 1,200 cubic metres of silt, broken trees and other debris. Further remedial work at the upstream entrance was carried out to include the stabilisation of the 10-metre high bank, using reinforced membrane and gabion baskets. Once completed, the works were tested to the limit after heavy rainfall. The water came downstream, overflowing the 3-metre catchment rails, bringing with it trees and rocks through the culvert, the repaired precast section and the shutter and grouted area. A joint inspection was carried out by ICL and SES. The repair works had done their job, and all was found to be in good order. SES are proud to say that we met all our environmental responsibilities and completed the works on time and on budget. SES, market leaders in world-class engineering services.